Hello Scorpio, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. All right. Sexuality, first card's the strongest. My, pleasure. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could be somebody in the past. This could be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship that you find yourselves in, or somebody that you've met. You know, there's a whole lot of energy there. Definitely a lot of intense chemistry. But no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self during the reading. And I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. You got a peekaboo card, Wisdom. Scorpio. This is a very, very unique reading. It is ridiculously sexually charged. It is so intense. It's hard to get this person either off your mind or they can't stop thinking about you, but I'm talking about your naked body here. Like, this is... There's only 3 cards in this entire deck that I relate to. Sexuality, sensuality, lust, passion, things like that. And we have all 3 cards. If there was a combination of love, feelings, and emotions here, it would be different. But there's a very unique perspective here. We have sexuality, sensuality, pleasure, laughter. That's my friendship card. Laughter is my friendship card. That shows me here, for some of you, this is a friends with benefits type of connection, or a casual connection, or a connection that you are in and you think it's committed, but your person of interest thinks otherwise. Their intentions are different. This is huge. It's a very, almost a very targeted reading here. We have here sexuality followed by pleasure, laughter, shape-shifting, my third-party card, betrayal, sensuality, healing from it all, mystery, and wisdom. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have change. Okay, I'm going to express to you, Scorpio, what it is that your person of interest is feeling and thinking towards you currently. This is going to be quite intense. My dear Scorpio, it's difficult for me to think about you in simple ways. I do not think of you in a very simple way. I think of you in a very lustful way. There is a lot of passion. There is a lot of desire. I fantasize about you, about your naked body, and I want to be close to you. Thinking about you is very tempting. And the pleasure that I've had with you, the pleasure that I have thinking about you, it's very intense. I do feel that in this connection, there is this realization now where spiritually and physically, we are somehow connected. And I feel that you are my best friend, someone who I can rely on, someone who I can trust. Certain things I have said and done in the past, I can't really change that. I wish I could. But you are that one person who knows how to make me happy. You know what makes me tick. You are that ray of sunshine on the darkest of days. And you give me that light. You guide me home and you keep me warm. And even though I may be on the path with someone else, doing something else, my mind is always turned towards you, longing for you, yearning for you. But I do understand, Scorpio, that in this connection, it appears to you that I have simply just used you. You think, and I understand why you think this, but I have taken advantage of you. I took you for granted. I did not value you. I overindulged in sensuality. And in this connection, there has been emotional and sexual manipulation. You thought you could predict me. You thought you knew me. And it turns out, no. You never really knew me at all. Moving forward, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to change. Because this is a part of who I am and the way I view us. You make my body happy. And by making my body happy, my heart, my worries, my stress, it's all gone. This is sexual healing. And right now, I find that you are the only person that I have ever met in my entire life who has the capacity and who has that special something. It's you and only you. But the way I betrayed you and the things that I have said and done, the fact that it seems as if I have been a stranger even though we have been so close. I heal. I want to heal. I want to heal from the things that I have gone through and the things that I have put you through. I know that I have hurt you. And this entire time, I realized that the distance that exists between us, that distance is very much needed. I have forced myself into isolation, forced myself to be alone, into loneliness, so that I could regain balance, understand the situation better, make sense of everything. And therefore I have detached from the everyday world to regain balance. I keep my distance in many ways, on many levels. And part of the reason is I'm healing now because I feel that this is a sacred connection. Something that I can't mess with. Something that I can't fool around with. Something that I can't take advantage of anymore. It feels wrong. It's not right. I feel as if I've corrupted you and it's not right. I feel that in this connection, there's something unique. I question the heavens. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Or why not far into the future? Are we supposed to be together? Is this the way things are supposed to be? There's something about you now I realize that's just so familiar. It's as if you're like, oddly enough, it's like your family. As if I've known you from before. There's an odd and strange knowingness. I don't know where this comes from. When you're not there, I can smell your scent and I can feel your presence, and in my dreams, everything seems so real. I feel, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. I feel that this is a spiritual connection. And I have grown wiser. And I know not to mess with something that's sacred. There was this irresistible attraction that I have had with you, and I still have it. But I am wiser. I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm trying to learn a lesson here. Overall, I need to change what I have become and the way I view this connection and the way I view you. No, you are not an object. You are somebody who has changed my life, given me all that I wanted when I wanted it. You've been there for me. But all this time, I was focused on intimacy, the physical, the materialistic. But now there needs to be a change. Things can no longer be the same. It's hard for me to be with someone who I feel now is sacred in a way. I don't want to be that person who is evil, that person who is corrupting you, that person who is using you and misusing you. That's not me, that's not right, and that is exactly why I'm healing. I want to know why I do the things that I do and why did I treat you like this. I have had a realization, an awakening, and I am wiser than before. I don't want to say bad things. I don't want to do bad things. I don't want to be that person who I once was. I just need some time to make this change because I know I've hurt you. All right, Scorpio. Huge, huge. This is so big, the situation right now. In this connection, there is a lot of sensual, sexual energy. There's no doubt about that. A lot of pleasure to be had. But this person started to realize that this is not just any normal everyday connection. This is a very unique connection. You guys are either twin flames, soulmates, or karmic partners, which means that in a past life, or for a rare few of you in a future life, you guys have been either married, engaged, betrothed, or a secret love affair. But there's history here. You guys know each other on a spiritual level. And this is something that this person can no longer tolerate. It's as if they hate themselves now. They don't like what they have become. They don't like what they've done to you. And they want to make a change. It's never too late to change. But for you, it's very hard because they're here. It shows me here that there was physical intimacy, or even the desire to have something that was physical. But that was the focus. And then things changed. Then there was a realization that this is a spiritual connection. And because of that, the person's healing, the person's become wiser, and therefore they want that change. This person finally grew a conscience. That's the thing. It's like they didn't have it before. But they are starting to realize that, you know what? There are things out there that are much more important than just the physical. This is what this person has finally realized. All right. For those of you that may be interested in past life readings, I do past life readings. It's on my website. Some of you may wish to have a look. All right. Let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. All right, let's have a look. So the Lover's Path Tarot, I like to read in the reverse. Okay, peekaboo. There you go. 6 of Cups, missing the past when things were innocent, when things were starting off. Followed by 4 of Staves. So you did have the shape-shifting card. For me, that's my third-party card. Now, third party could mean definitely an affair, but it could also mean that somebody in this connection, your person of interest, is unable to give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserve. Their time and the energy that they're putting in, it might be scattered. They may be taking care of a sick loved one, maybe taking care of family, finishing up a project, working far off somewhere else, learning a new skill, needing to take that time away. So there's something here where there is some disruption. There is this realization that I cannot give all of the time to my Scorpio because there's certain things in my life that are restricting me. Here, this is for those of you that were in this connection, things were going great, something happened, and it went downhill, and you're wondering what happened. Some of you may have been in a situation where this person ghosted you. They may have faded over time. They may have abandoned you, and you're wondering what happened. They didn't really tell you what's in their mind, what's in their heart. And the communication is hardly there now. For those of you who are new, the first set of cards, that's the current situation. This is in the past. Here we have the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Staves. So the 6 of Cups, it talks about a lack of choices. This person was finding it difficult to make a choice, to move forward, because they were restricted by memories, childhood. It talks about innocence and peace, wanting innocence and peace. They needed to shed sad thoughts in order to find balance. There was constraints. This person feels restricted to some level. Here, feeling restricted by the past or past memories, lost harmony, a sense of cynicism. They were unable to find and create sweetness within the home. They wanted to incorporate the strengths of the past into the present. But they had sad thoughts. 2 things here. Either you are dealing with somebody that has had a very sad and upsetting childhood with their parents or adults in their life, and life just, it was not good, it was not happy. They've had that sort of upbringing, and therefore, if this is a person who is hurt, that's all they really learned. Hurt people hurt people. Or, as this person grew up recently in the past, something bad happened, whatever it is, something's happened where in the home there is a limit, the threshold, and this person went beyond that limit where that happiness no longer exists. They don't see the world with rose-tinted glasses. They don't see the world as a happy person. They are very pessimistic. We also have here the Four of Staves. Let's have a look. This talks about a lack of stability, not really wanting to create a home, and not even caring about closure anymore. However, closure was needed to an unstable situation. Here it talks about a lack of satisfaction, perhaps with marriage or domestic partnership. This person wanted stability, and there was a lot of frustrations and disappointments at home. So in the past, there was upsetness, there was frustration, impatience. Even now, the same thing is happening. The first setting would have been different. The setting now in their life is different. For a rare few, maybe they still live in their parents' basement, for example. They grew up, now they move into the basement. But the point is, their life has been very challenging because of their past. It's been almost traumatic in a way. And because of this emotional trauma, with the first set of cards we just saw, I didn't see any emotions there, right? I mentioned there was no love, there was no feelings and emotions, and that's the issue. This person grew up in a way where they were very guarded. They took for granted the love that would come because they couldn't recognize it. And this person did not want to become vulnerable. That's the word I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now, vulnerability. They were not wanting to be vulnerable because back then they were. It's almost as if this person's environment has conditioned them to become what they are now. Very sad, very upsetting. But that's life. Life is life like that, right? What can you do with a person like this? In all honesty, you can't really do anything. You can't do much. We do not fix people. That's what we have other counselors, doctors, other people for. That's not your job, because getting into a connection with somebody who already has issues, it makes things very complicated. People need to heal first, and then you can have a successful relationship together. Otherwise, it's an endless cycle. And also people start to pick up on the other person's energy. So instead of having one person that has issues, both people now have issues. And if by chance you, for example, have kids or adopt, right? It's that cycle. It's an endless cycle. It does not stop, because it cannot stop, because the mindset is still the same. Unless somebody's completely different, moves out, right? But I don't see that here. I see disappointments at home. The home environment itself, the past environment that they were in, has been very, very upsetting. So much to the point where this person is very discouraged. And because of that, it shows up in their personality. It's interesting the way these cards came out. This does show me that your person of interest does have potential. It's just that they've never had that sort of upbringing. They're different from you. And you know what probably is right for this person. However, getting there is very difficult. It's not impossible, but this person has to heal. They have to take care of themselves first. They have to have some self-love. They have to heal from the past. And only then will they start to love themselves and love the rest of the world. But they have to heal. There's some misunderstandings or a certain type of mindset that's been built over the years. This person's thought process is very different. But if they want to be in a connection with you, where it's a two-way connection, right? The mindset does need to adjust and change. Now, this is not somebody forcing something down someone's throat. This is this person that's supposed to learn life organically. But they do need to have the positive environment in order to learn, in order to see, in order to compare. This person needs that. That is something you can provide them. If you just show them love and compassion, if that is what you want, then they will see, wow, there's people out there that are like this, right? That's what we have to do. And that's the only way we can support. All right, let's have a look here. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. All right, so here we have any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Let's have a look. Wow. Two pages. So definitely you are dealing with somebody who never truly grew up. Even if they wanted to, they lack the courage. They lack the wisdom. They lack everything, the emotional support and everything. This is Scorpio, this is not a you problem, eh? This is like a them problem. It is a problem you want to, support and help them, right? But this is not because of you. Please understand that. For the majority of you, that's what I'm seeing here. All right. We have here, just going back for a second. You see how with the Four of Staves, there's disappointments at home. And earlier you had the third party card, shape-shifting, the first set. When you add those two together, that's a recipe not for disaster. For some, yes. For others, no. It's a recipe of an affair. That there's disappointments at home and somebody else is going out, finding someone else who makes them happy. But going out and making one happy, it's only the physical. That's the issue. So there are a few scenarios that you can relate to, perhaps. There is a third party. There's just the fact that there's an unhappy home, an unhappy childhood or youth, or even recently there's something that happened in this person's life that was very upsetting. And because of that, they act in this way. They do not open up. They act emotionally detached. And that's a problem. Here we have the Page of Cups, as well as the Page of Swords. You got two pages here. Clearly, this person is either inexperienced or immature. Now, because of the things that have happened in their life, I'm seeing here there's an issue that they have not been exposed, that they have not been allowed to be exposed because they have been caged in a way. Whatever experiences they had, whatever's gone on in their life, they have not truly evolved. Page of Cups, this person does and they will reach out to you. This is a very soft, very emotional sort of request or a hello or something like that, but very soft, very gentle. This person wants to apologize. They want to say sorry, but they also want to make an offer so that the both of you can maybe go out. Here we have Six of Pentacles. They want to take you out for coffee, tea, breakfast, lunch, dinner, something like that. But they want to go out with you and have a little bit of fun. They've made their decision what they want. They want you. We also have here the Page of Swords. With the Page of Swords, this definitely shows me this person has lost, and maybe they never had it in the first place. They don't have confidence. They don't feel confident. And so they watch and they look at you from a distance. They observe from a distance. Here we have someone who really does want to make a difference, but they are afraid to approach you, and so maybe they're checking you out online, what you're up to, who you're hanging out with. This could also be someone that's just talking to people that you know, common friends, things like that. What is it that Scorpio is up to? Now, this does talk about, I would say, reconnaissance. So this person, it's not that they're sizing you up. They're not sizing you up. What they're doing is they're trying to figure out if they were ever to gain that courage to reach out to you, what is it that they will be getting into? They feel that there has been some distance, and before they may have acted like a queen or a king, but now this person has truly just broken down, and the original them is a page. Somebody who is immature or inexperienced, somebody that has been from background that was full of heartache and pain too. And they just have not been able to learn because they have not had the right kind of teacher. And who's the teacher? You're the teacher. That's why this person was put into your life on this path. As much as it hurts, guys, this is the way things sometimes, how they work. We are here to teach someone else a lesson, in life, and they are sometimes here to teach us a lesson. Interesting, we have the Moon and the Death card, the overall arching theme. This person realizes what they've done, and they do feel upset about it. We have here the Moon card. So this does show me that there have been, and this person recognizes it, lies and betrayal, things happening behind one's back, a lack of truth, a lack of openness, a lack of honesty. Things that were done behind the scenes, quietly. So you earlier had the betrayal card, and here you have it again. Lies and betrayal, things that happened in the dark and the shadows, shady kind of stuff. But, Scorpio, remember how you had the healing card, right? Well, here a new day is dawning. Death, putting to sleep all that happened before and having a resurrection in the coming future. A new day, a new life, a rebirth. That's what this person wants. And I do see them taking baby steps. This is really good, in fact. They are realizing what they've done is wrong. And they're trying to slowly approach you. Now, keep in mind, Scorpio, when this person does come back into your life, I would recommend that you be the one who's leading. Okay? You set the pace, you set the tone, you set the boundaries, and then you move forward. You be the example. All right. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. So we have here, if you believe, followed by a year from now. Transition takes time. That's why you have a year from now. Doesn't have to necessarily be a year. It could be from now until the next few months. Followed by take action, and then we have recovery. This has taken a toll on some of you as well. Your health, for some of you, not all of you. This reads like a sentence. It's interesting when it comes out like this. All right, this is going to be really quick, Scorpio. Here they are saying, if you believe, you're going to be sending out that positive intention. So if you believe, things will happen. However, it's going to happen a year from now. Take action in terms of your recovery. Your mind, body, spirit, your soul has gone through a heck of a lot. And it is very important that you start focusing on yourself to make yourself healthier and happier on all these levels. Within the next few weeks, is something going to happen? No. They are saying to wait. Within the next few weeks, no. Wait. Some of you are hoping this happens within the next few weeks or months. The answer is no. At the end of the day, the transition from the page to the knight, to the queen, to the king, and maybe even to the emperor itself, you need to understand it's going to take this person time. Because they are literally a page from a place where they're healing, a place where there has to be that death and then a rebirth. That takes time. It's not an on-off switch. You guys know that. And that is exactly why you have here the angels explaining to you that it's going to take some time. Here we have to have patience. And while you do this, they do want you to focus on yourself. Health is wealth, health is happiness. Recovery is very important. Remain positive. Some of you have become very negative because of the situation, and it's very hard to stay positive in a negative environment. But the overall arching theme does encourage to remain positive. Scorpio, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Let me just quickly pull out a couple of things here for you. Now, this was what we had earlier. That is my past life card. So, officially your reading is done. I hope some of you were resonating with this. Please let me know in the comments below. It's always helpful when I get that kind of feedback and I know, am I on track? That helps. These cards that I pulled out, this is to help you understand, perhaps if you want more clarity, what kind of readings I do. So on my website, which is below, you could see the link below in the description. I also have my websites, www.asnointia.com, but the link below is probably easier to get to it. On that website, you'll see the rates and packages section. There you will see one package that is specifically for past life and spiritual connections. This is to show you why certain things are happening right now the way that they are based on the past. If there's a lot of hurt, usually it's because of a karmic connection, but not all the time. It could be soulmate, twin flame, karmic partner. And that is one of my packages that I have on the website. I do have the description, so please do read through it if you decide to place an order to know exactly what it is that you're going to receive. Here I have recovery. Now for these, I would recommend, and I see here that some of you, unbeknownst to you, you have been attracting negative energies by worrying, by being upset. Even the way this connection worked out, it's hurt you a lot. And because of that, negative energy gets attracted. We don't do it on purpose. It just happens. I do have a package for that. I have some packages, in fact. The one main package is the chakra checkup package, which I'd recommend. If some of you feel that this trauma, or energetically you feel very low, spiritually you feel very low, I have this package, the chakra checkup package, where I have the ability of remotely viewing wherever it is that you live to see the negative energies that are in your home, around your aura that hover, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. That's where they typically reside as well. And I tell you what you have, tell you how many you have, and I teach you how to get rid of them from your life. You have this package forever. If you ever want to do it again, you could always do it again to make sure that your home and your life is clean and all these negative energies are far from you. So this is something I wanted to mention. Some of you may be going through a bit of hard times here, and this is for me like a reboot to the system. It's a reboot, and at the very least, everything around you that's negative, that's related to, or that is directly, a jinn, demon, evil spirit, that sort of stuff, it goes away. For some of you, if you feel that somebody gave you the evil eye, they put hex or witchcraft or black magic or any kind of stuff like that, it gets rid of that too. Or if you feel that your home is haunted or there's some type of, unpleasant energy that you feel in your home, it gets rid of that as well. It's a very simple method, not hard at all. And I also have some self-help packages too. One is called the Holy Light package. It's similar to this, but the Holy Light package does not have a reading along with it. It is a self-help guide along with some other self-help guides that I have. So please do have a look, have a view. It's very important to get rid of negative energies because then we are able to bring in the positive. There's nothing that's holding us back. Whatever's owed to you karmically, whatever is written in your book of life, it will come as long as there are no negative energies blocking it. I also have another channel, Asnointia Audio, for those of you who are new. The link is below again. That is on YouTube, and the videos there are absolutely free, just like this channel. The videos there are on relationship-related advice, past life and spiritual connections. To learn more about that, you may find that interesting. And also negative energies. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove. I have one of the videos there on that. And very soon, guys, I'm creating a video, almost done. It's called Moving On, Letting Go, or I'll figure out the title later, but the gist of it is letting go and moving on. That's so important because so many people have the same issues, and I see this time and time again that it's a challenge. It's not easy. So hopefully when I upload that, you guys will enjoy it. But in the meantime, whatever I have there for now, some of you who are new, that information may be helpful as well. Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all for your support, for your encouragement. Please let me know once again in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.